Okay, so the first topic that I want to get into is Onika Tanya, because first of all, I have to give y'all my little thoughts and opinions on last time I saw you, because the last video I did was last Thursday. So Friday, last time I saw you came out, and I just want to say that song put me in my motherfucking feelings, baby. Do you hear me? Okay. That song puts me in my feelings. I get to thinking about, and it don't even have to be about people that, have passed away, which a lot of people are, referencing it to, like, about a person that passed away. When they hear the song, that's what they think of. But for me, it's more so somebody who's behind bars, miles and miles away, that really don't get to see that much. And that's the mind frame that it put me in. I got to thinking about that person, and it did something to me. But it's a beautiful song, very emotional, and I think it would do really well. I saw, what was it, these two white YouTube reviewers were reviewing a song, and it literally made them cry. Like, it evoked emotion, bitch. Okay, so the song is a beautiful song, but it definitely will pull on some of them emotional strings. Okay, but I thought the song was very beautiful, and it's added to my playlist. It's in my rotation. I've been listening to it heavy, so love the song. And it did debut at number 5 on the worldwide iTunes charts, which also extended Nicki's record with the most number ones for a rapper period in the US in iTunes history. And it also debuted at number 13 on US Spotify charts. So congratulations are in order to the queen. Now, I will say I do not think this is her lead single. I just think this is a single, and I think it's something that she just wants her fans to have. But I most definitely am not getting lead single from this. There was no big promotion, no video or anything like that. I think it was just something, I honestly think this was a little distraction, because as soon as she dropped this, all the bitches starting to come out talking about they drop dates and whatnot. But regardless of it being a lead single or not, I think it's a beautiful song and single to have. And yeah, let me know what you think about that down below. Now, Barbie World, speaking of Nicki, Barbie World is also the longest running number one female collaboration, not rap collaboration, but longest running number one female collaboration period in Billboard's rhythmic airplay this decade. So another milestone going down for the queen, and even one for Miss Ice Spice. Okay, so speaking of all of that, I got to get into that latest Queen Radio episode, or not latest, the one that happened before that. So Nicki was on Queen Radio the other day, and the fake Ra Ali, not calling Ra Ali fake, but it was one posing, a user in there posing as Ra Ali. They tried to set Nicki up by playing Megan Thee Stallion's Ungrateful. And in that song, Megan was taking shots at Nicki Minaj. That's the one she was talking about. These bitches is popping something, they gotta be snorting, whatever she was saying. So she was taking shots at Nicki, and they played that song, and so they expected Nicki to fold, but Nicki been doing this shit so long, how can you expect her to fold? So she played it cool and was like, bump that shit, fake Ra Ali, bump it. And it got cut off. But point is, she didn't fold like how y'all really wanted her to. She didn't get all mad, go cry in the corner. She just played it real smooth. And unfortunately, people have raisins for brains. A lot of people try to make it seem like, because she played it off cool, that her and Megan, because there has been the last couple of months been some speculation and rumors with no regard about Megan and Nicki making up. But Nicki adamantly said she ain't fucking with horses since Christopher Reeve. So I need y'all to put that thought out of your mind, okay? Actually, a lot of people ain't fucking with Megan, and I need y'all to get that thought in your mind, okay? And realize that's reality, especially people in the industry. But more little story is, Nicki didn't fold, and people ran with the narrative that, Nicki and Megan is back cool. Well, bitch, that's not true, okay? Read between the lines. That's not true, okay? Nicki ain't come out and said nothing. Only thing she said is she ain't fucking with horses since Christopher Reeves, and that's what I'm believing and standing on until anything else is proven and shown to me. So she just know how to play it cool. So let me know what you thought about that. Now, before I move on from the queen, yesterday she did reveal the cover to Pink Friday 2, or at least one of the two covers. She said it was one of two covers, and beautiful, breathtaking. I think it's probably the best album cover she's had out of all of her previous albums. It definitely topped Queen's album cover. But I thought it fit really well with the Last Time I Saw You song. I thought the album cover just meshed so well with that. Like, that could have been like the cover to Last Time I Saw You for me. But I thought the cover was beautiful, and I can't wait to see the other one. Now, there was some drama that came after she released it, because she didn't release this until like 10 minutes after Cardi made her announcement or whatever, and people tried to, say, oh, Nicki was waiting on Cardi, like Cardi ain't been waiting on Nicki all this goddamn time. But I think Nicki just playing chess, baby. She didn't want the fans to be distracted after, Cardi and Megan announced what they announced. I just think she didn't want y'all to be distracted, so she gave y'all something to put on your minds to keep you from being distracted, and that's just honestly what I feel like, because it got a lot of the Barbs hyped up and ready for Pink Friday too, instead of feeding into what another bitches got dropping. So, but I'm gonna get into that next. So y'all let me know your thoughts on everything about the Queen down below. So speaking of Cardi B and Megan, on Sunday, Cardi went to her backyard and had somebody record her walking up the steps talking about she got an announcement to make on Monday, which I don't understand why she didn't just make the announcement that day. She said she had the announcement, but whatever. I guess she got to get the people buzzing. Got to do it like how the Queen do it. But anyways, she said she had an announcement coming. You fast forward to Monday, and it's revealed by Cardi B and Megan that they have a new collaboration coming out, WAP 2.0. Okay, it's going to be called BONGOS, coming out this Friday. And I can guarantee I already know how this song is going to sound. I know what it's going to be about. Okay, I already can tell just by the cover art alone. It's giving WAP 2.0. And I think the girls are looking for another WAP moment, honestly. But I don't think it's given. I honestly really don't, and that's not me being a hater or anything like that. I think this could have been a perfect opportunity for Megan to come back solo or Cardi B to come back solo, because both of them need to come back solo for different reasons, and I'm going to get into it in just a second. But for them, I feel like it was, I don't know, I feel like they're using each other as a crutch to come back into the game. And Cardi B, I could have sworn she said in that Vogue Mexico interview spread that she did last week, I could have sworn, and I know she said for a fact that she didn't have any more, she was going to be done with the collaborations for a while. But here you are with your comeback single, another collaboration. So it's like, girl, do you have anything solo prepared at all? And Megan, I think this is a missed opportunity for Megan, because you got a lot on the line here. And for you to be coming back with Cardi B, it's like you kind of just using her to make sure that them numbers look right. And Cardi B is looking the same way for Megan. It's like they're using each other, almost like they did for WAP. But the difference is we ain't in no pandemic. Cardi B ain't been consistent, and Megan, a lot of people are looking at you sideways since this Tory Lanez sentencing. So I don't think it's going to have the same reception as WAP. And if it is, it's going to need some payola, baby. Do you hear me? But let me know how you're feeling about this new collaboration that they got coming out. Now, Cardi B, when she announced this, a lot of people, the blogs like the Neighborhood Talk posted it, and they basically was eating that ass up in the comments. And so, people was basically saying, girl, you only making a comeback single because, Nicki been dropping. And so Cardi responded to the people, and she said, these comments are vicious. So in y'all delusional minds, I'm supposed to drop when? In 2025? Bitches been dropping every month, and I still stuck with my plans. So now I gotta wait 6 months after bitches drop. Do I need permission or something? See y'all tomorrow. And baby, here's my thing. You talking about, you trying to be sarcastic, talking about someone you're supposed to drop in 2025. Baby, that's what I was thinking. Because here it is, your last album came out 5-6 years ago, and you still ain't put out a solo single since 2021. So, I mean, maybe you was supposed to drop in 2024, 2025. I don't know. But it's looking mighty strange that Nicki drops, and then the next week, here it is, you talking about you dropping. But like I said, I think Last Time I Saw You was definitely, even though it was a beautiful song, and I think it's definitely getting in rotations in the playlist, I do think it was a filler song. I think it was a distraction just for these bitches to do what they want to do here, to hurry up and make them push their shit out. Because Nicki was talking about on her story the other day, sharing a text message thread. She didn't share who she was texting, but basically they was hyping up a song that they had just heard, and she said it wasn't Last Time I Saw You, and that's gonna be I think the comeback single for real, or the lead single. But I think last time I saw you was definitely, I think it definitely did its job to get these bitches to come out like cockroaches, okay, when the lights come on. But honestly, like I said, I just don't think this song is gonna. They're gonna need payola for facts, for sure, for sure. They're gonna need that. If one thing I know too for sure, they're gonna need some payola because, like I said, Megan, the people have not been fucking with Megan like that, especially men. If this is supposed to be a sexual song and you trying to cater to males, I think a lot of males, especially the niggas, a lot of them is not on Megan's side right now. A lot of women too is not on her side right now because a lot of people, especially as these court transcripts come out, is starting to look at Megan a little bit sideways, which is why I think her and Cardi teamed up. She didn't want to come back alone because I think she knew what the reception and the temperature was going to be like if she came alone. So she has to have a tag along. And Cardi B the same way. She ain't had a solo song in years. So I mean, instead of coming back solo, she coming back testing the waters with Megan Thee Stallion and trying to do something that's already familiar to them. But I just don't think it's gonna give what they want it to give to the people. But I mean, y'all let me know if y'all are gonna be here for that. Now, speaking of Megan, I found it interesting that her plaques did update amongst this news that she is going to be coming back with Cardi B, dropping a song. And so she had a few songs update. Let me try to see if I can find them. Cause here you go. She has some few plaques updated. So Traumazine is now officially gold. Cash It is 2 times platinum. And first of all, go back. Traumazine is now gold. That came out over a year ago. I'm confused on why that's just now going gold within the matter of these last couple of months. That's crazy to me. But you're supposed to be a 3-time Grammy Award winner. Interesting. Anyways, like I said, Cash Shit is 2-time platinum. Something for the Hotties is now gold. That came out like 3 years ago, y'all. Sex Talk, I don't remember that song, but it's platinum. And then Sweet as Pie is now platinum. And of course, these are her new RIAA certifications. But obviously, this is coming out because Megan is coming back outside with Cardi. So let me know what y'all think about it. But like I said, I don't think the reception and the temperature is going to be the same for Megan Thee Stallion. I think she literally shot herself in the foot, no pun intended. But, y'all let me know what y'all think about all of that down below. So the next topic I want to get into is Doja the Demon Child. Doja Cat ass. So there was a few drops on Friday, and Doja was another one of them. Okay, as y'all know, she dropped Demons, and she dropped a video with it. I could not bring myself to get through that video, bitch. Like, I just cannot. I'm one of them ones who believe in energy transference, and it's just something about Doja's energy, especially the energy in that video was very dark, obviously very demonic. And bitch, I don't even do scary movies, so I really couldn't just sit through that video like that because I don't even do horror movies, bitch. Like that, I can do suspense movies and mystery, but when it gets to horror and all that gory and demonic shit, I can't do it. Like I cannot do it. So I really couldn't bring myself to just give a thorough review on the video, but I can review the song. Now I'm gonna say this about the song, and I tweeted about this last week when I first heard it. I think the beat goes hard. The beat for Demons definitely goes hard. However, it reminds me of Nicki's Yikes. If you listen carefully to the song and to the beat, and then go back and listen to Yikes, like literally after one after the other, you will see and hear some similarities. I definitely think that Doja or her team took some inspiration from the Yikes beat and applied it to Demons, because I definitely hear Yikes and Demons, which is why I think the beat naturally to me when I first heard it went so hard, because I was like, hold on, I done heard this somewhere before. And Yikes to me was a hard ass beat. So I mean, I just feel like, they tweaked it a little bit, but you can definitely still hear them elements of Yikes in there. So go figure. But the song, like I said, the beat was good, but the song, she wasn't really talking about shit. But it was straight. Now, a lot of people felt like Doja Cat was taking some subliminal shots in there because, she was talking about playing with your nose. The Percocet got you playing with your nose. And, a lot of the girls like to play with Nicki about, first of all, Nicki's never been shy about, popping them Percocets back in her days of popping them pills. She had a whole song about it. But Latto, she been trying to allude to Nicki doing coke, which is not true, which is why Nicki is suing Nosy Ho Live, right? So, people was like, hold on now, Doja, what you trying to do, bitch? You trying to shade or what? And then as you go on into the song, she was like, I'm the fastest growing bitch on all your apps now. Okay. And then she said, you're tired of me because I'm on your ass now. You're mad at me because I'm all they slap now. And to me, I feel like that you talking about a rap bitch. Now, Doja Cat later on said she wasn't talking about no rap female, but baby, you ain't talking about no critic here. And I'm gonna get into what she said about that in a minute. But I most definitely feel like that is aimed towards a rap bitch, talking about you're mad because I'm all they slap now. Okay, and then she said lots of people that were sleeping saying that I rap now. Okay, lots of people say they met me in the past now. I done took the spotlight and made them black out. Okay, so a lot of people felt like, she was, throwing some shots. And, that's what rap is, whatever, yada yada, whoop de whoop, blase, blase. Now, like I said, personally, I do feel like Doja Cat was being a little bit of shady. Okay. I felt the same way with Paint the Town Red. I felt like she was throwing shots in Paint the Town Red, just like I felt like she was throwing shots at Cardi in that song Attention. Okay. And Doja Cat can play it off all she wants to, but baby, you not fooling me. So Doja Cat, she took to her Instagram, and this is what she had to say about people thinking that she was shading Nicki and the other girls. So Doja said, people don't want to accept I'm dissing them, so they try to pin it on Cardi, Nicki, and Megan, and every other female rapper. I don't diss rappers. I diss critics. Stay bored. Stay reaching. I don't diss people I look up to. I don't diss people who don't attack me and harass me every day. Y'all do. She don't. They don't. Y'all the problem. To be 100% clear, because I know you all need me to talk real slow for you, I'm not dissing anyone but the fucking phonies in my comment section. And bitch, you're lying. I'm sorry, you're lying. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That shit is cap. Because for one, the critics don't rap. The critics do not rap. So what do you mean the Percocets got them playing with their nose? How do you know who's doing perks and playing with their nose? And then you talking about, you mad because I am all they blast now. Why would the critics be mad about you, playing like it's not like it's another rapper who's like in competition with you. The critics are not in competition with you, so it don't make sense. Some of these lines don't make sense to be applied to critics. They make sense though to be applied to the female rap lady. So I think Doja likes to play. She likes to play into y'all's hand. She knows she can't come out and say that she's dissing, Nicki, because she half of her fan base is still the Barbs for some weird reason. Y'all still supporting this crazy ass girl. So she can't lose. She already done lost about 600,000 followers, so she can't lose, especially a huge chunk of her fan base being the Barbs. So she kind of got to play both sides, but she can fool y'all, but she ain't fooling me. She most definitely was dissing. I'll call it a sneak diss, but I caught it. So it is what it is. Y'all can try to convince y'all mamas of something different, because you damn sure ain't finna convince me of shit. I know what I know. So that's just what it is. And she can't change my mind on that. Okay. Cause like I said, some of that shit don't make sense to be applied to the critics. So let me know what y'all think about that. Now, speaking of Doja Cat, she did change her album cover, and a lot of people was saying, because a lot of it, basically the album cover was very similar to the Pink print, like with the color scheme and basically just how it was, all the layout and everything. A lot of people was comparing it to the Pink print. And so, she did change it, but apparently it was because of a copyright thing. Apparently some rock band already has the same cover, and it was made by the same artist. But, when fans was trying to clock Doja's tea and was like, oh, she changed it because of Nicki, Doja Cat had commented to a user and was like, oh, sweetie, that's not why, or whatever. So, had Doja had it her way, I think she would have kept it the same. But honestly, like I said in my last video, some of y'all tried to say I was reaching about comparing them Doja's album covers to Nicki's, but you can say what you want. I wasn't. And Doja Cat ain't gonna lie to you either. Like I said, Hot Pink, it took a lot of inspiration from Nicki's Pink Friday. Okay, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that she got inspiration from the Pink print for this album. Okay, just like Planet Her, the way she was kind of laid out on Planet Her was kind of similar to how Nicki was on the Roman Reloaded cover, on the second cover. So you can call me crazy, but bitch, I don't give a damn. Okay. So there was that. Also, speaking of Doja, she is also the first solo female rapper to peak at #1 on Spotify with Paint the Town Red, which broke WAP's record as the biggest single day streams for a female rap song. Which they're saying Paint the Town Red was supposed to peak at number one this week, but I believe it's number three right now. Or number two, but it ain't number one. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went to number one by next week. What I am surprised though is I haven't really heard anyone play this song. That's what surprises me about how high on the charts this song is doing. Like, I understand it's getting hella radio play, but when I go outside, I don't be hearing people or, listen to the song or requesting a song like that. So I don't know. I found that to be pretty interesting. And I'm down here in Texas, so, there's that. But before I move on from Doja, if you didn't know, she is performing at this year's VMAs. So let me know how you feeling about that. If you care, I will not be tuned or plugged in because, baby, I already know it's going to be a demonic ass setup. So y'all let me know what y'all think about it down below. Now, the next topic I want to get into really quickly is Coi Leray. So Coi performed at Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour in California the other night. And she performed Players and some other songs. I really didn't tune in like that, but I know she performed Players. And a lot of people had a lot to say about Coi Leray performing there. But I mean, the thing is, hey, baby is out here working, okay? And y'all know Coi Leray can get on my nerves sometimes, but to me, some of her songs they be a little bit catchy. I do be plugged into some of her music. Now, this Blue Moon project that she released, I'm not gonna lie to you. I listened to it. I told y'all I was gonna give you my review. I listened to it. And the only song on there, because I only got like 5 songs on there. The only song that really just stood out to me was Wicked Butterflies. I was not a fan of the Isabel Marant, even though I thought that video was fire. Now, don't get me wrong, the Isabel Marant video was fire. I thought Coi Leray looked the fuck good. She looked really good, okay? I love the cut and I love the hair color, okay? Ben said that, but I'm not feeling the Isabel Marant song, okay? Still Dreaming was alright. Liquor and Weed was alright, but the only song that really has any replay value to me on that whole EP is Wicked Butterflies. Now, that song is a vibe, okay? She should have had more songs like that on the EP. But like I said before, I'm still confused as to why Coi Leray even dropped this EP when she dropped a whole album not even 3 months ago. And she's not pushing any of the songs from that album. That's what I don't understand with her. Like, she'll, drop a project and be having some fire songs on there and then move on like it ain't shit and don't bother promoting them. Like, girl, what is you doing? It's like self-sabotage to me. Like, promote your art. She did that with her first album. And I didn't like that because I thought her first album had a lot of bops. I'm not gonna lie. I got a few of her songs from her first album in my playlist. Like Clingy, I think that was a hit song that she didn't even bother to push. Heart in a Coffin, I love that record. The record with her on there, I love Overthinking. That was a hit record to me. And it's like she just forgot all about them songs, didn't bother to push them or nothing. And then wonder why that album performed like it did. And she did the same thing with her self-entitled album she released back in June. Like, she dropped one video and pushed one song, and that was it. Girl, you had like 12, 13, 14 songs on the album. Like, what is you doing? And then not even 3 months later, here it is, you dropping another project. Like, girl, and now you're not really pushing any of these songs either. Like, make it make sense, baby. I be so confused with Coi and her direction. Like, some of the music be fire, but it don't be cohesive, and she don't try to push it. And I think that's and then she wonder why she get the sales that she do. So, let me know what you thought about it. But like I said, the only song I thought had any real replay value to me and that I actually downloaded was the song Wicked Butterflies. I liked that song. But as for her performing at the Beyonce Renaissance World Tour, hopefully it got her some more exposure to some fans. Hopefully they go stream some projects because, baby, them numbers ain't numbering. But, you let me know what you think about it down below. Speaking of Renaissance performances, Doja also got out there and did her thing. So shout out to Doja. Doja, I feel like, is almost kind of like how Rico Nasty and Doja Cat is in a way. And I just feel like Doja still, even though she's getting recognized by Beyonce and at awards, I just feel like, music-wise, Doja deserves to be so much bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think she's so raw and so talented. And it's crazy to me how people go up for Doja Cat and we got Doja. Now, the thing with Doja is, yeah, she got them dark vibes a little bit. But she more so has like an alternative black girl type of thing going on, not so much a demonic thing going on. Like she ain't turned me off like Doja Cat. And honestly, if you want to keep it all the way, like swallow a real pill, I honestly feel like, you know, for this new era, Doja Cat kind of embodied a little bit of Doechii and Rico Nasty and combined them together. And that's the vibes that Doja has been giving me lately. But I feel like Doechii deserves so much, and I think she did an amazing job at the Renaissance World Tour. And I'm so happy now that she's recognized by, you know, other artists and peers in the industry like Beyonce. I think that's dope. And, you know, she's been recognized by Nicki. I think that's dope. And I just really feel like I think Doechii needs to really just put out a fire ass album, because I don't really think she's had like a solid album. I think she's had EPs and whatnot. But I think Doechii, if she just puts out a solid album that has a fire ass team behind her pushing her, I think Doechii can go so far. But yeah, shout out to Doechii. Let me know what y'all think about it down below. Now, another topic I want to get into quickly is Sexy Red and Latto. So they apparently got a song called Peaches that's made its rounds on Twitter. It's not officially released, but it's made its rounds on Twitter. And you know I'm not going to play it on here, but I did post it to my Instagram, so you can go check it out and then come back. Let me know what you think. But what I want to know is, why did Latte let Sexy Red eat her ass up like that? Baby, I was not expecting Sexy Red to eat Latto up like that. Now, as far as the song, I'm not really a fan of the song, just from what I heard. But I do think Sexy Red ate Latto up. And I'm not just saying that. Like, go listen to the snippet that I posted. Come back here and tell me what you think. But I most certainly think Sexy Red ate Latto the fuck up. And what's crazy is, I don't know what kind of flow or cadence of delivery Latto was trying to go for. But I don't like how she was basically trying to mimic Sexy Red's, you know, vibe. Like, girl, you don't even sound right talking like that. Like, no, you need to switch it up and stick to what you know, because I wasn't feeling that. It was like she was almost trying to be like Sexy Red in a way. It's like, you don't have to mirror her like that. Like, come with your own shit and you know, bring your own to this song. Like, you know, put your stamp on it. And I just feel like Sexy Red just walked all over her on that song. But if you heard the snippet, let me know what you think. If not, go take a listen on my Instagrams. Come back here and let me know. But I most certainly, I'm not gonna say I'm here for it, because I'm really not. Like, I really don't care. Nobody asked for this collaboration. But I mean, it is what it is. Latto gonna hop on a song with just about any and everybody. So, you know, let me know what y'all think about that. Now, speaking of Sexy Red, I told y'all Ski been making its rounds. I've been telling y'all that the past 2 weeks. It's been slowly climbing up Billboard, you know, and it's, you know, I feel like it's gonna make its big debut on the chart, on Billboard chart, because right now it has made its first appearance on US Spotify charts at number 184, and it wasn't on no type of chart except the bubbling under chart, which is slowly climbing up that too. So Ski has been making its rounds, and like I said, unlike a lot of these songs that they want to claim is so high on the charts, not trying to be funny, like Doja Cat's Paint the Town Red, I don't be hearing that when I go outside, but I do be hearing Ski, okay baby, I do be hearing looking for the hoes. I do be hearing Pound Town, okay, shit like that. I do not be hearing no Paint the Town Reds. I'm just being honest, okay? But congratulations to Sexy Red. Like I said, she been out here killing it, doing her thing, and I'm glad that she is being consistent. You know, she didn't get that Nicki feature and just ride the coattails like some of these girls was doing. You know what I'm saying? They got a feature and was riding the coattails and, you know, wore that feature into the goddamn ground. Okay, but I like how Sexy Red has been consistent, and she's been staying true to herself with the style, the fashion, the aesthetic, and all of that. So y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So the next topic I want to get into is the City Girls, really JT, because, you know, JT, she been doing her little thing. She been on her little mini feature run. She been, you know, dropping these songs. She been, you know, engaging with her fans and whatnot. She been outside. I think she just had a new poster girl spread. So I mean, JT been doing a damn thing. And on top of that, I don't really know where she was performing. Feel free to, you know, educate me down below. But I seen a clip, and Millie over at Mob Radio, she had shared the clip. That's where I first seen the clip, and I had retweeted it. And you know, if you want to see it, I'm repost it on my Instagram, because, you know, I don't want no chance of any type of copyright, bitch, over here on this YouTube channel. But she had the crowd singing no bars, word for word, baby. Do you hear me? Like, she had them singing it, rapping it word for word. Like, you could clearly hear the crowd. Like, that was going in, baby. Do you hear me? Okay? You ain't tricking, nigga. I'ma hit your mans up, cold ass hockey bitch fur in the summertime. Like, they was singing it word for word, baby. So I thought that, and it was a big crowd too. So I thought that was so dope, because that just goes to show you that JT really out here making an impact. You know, no bars might not have, touched the charts, but baby, it touched them streets, because they know that song. Okay, it's not just a song that's doing super well on the charts and don't nobody know, baby. It may have not touched them charts, but them people out there, they knew that song. Okay, so I thought that was hella dope. I thought that was real dope. And speaking of JT, I mentioned the City Girls because it was brought to my attention recently that JT has more monthly Spotify listeners than the City Girls as a group. Which, I mean, honestly, it's not shocking, because JT is the one that people are really tuned in for these days. She's really the rapper of the group. At this point, Carisha's just there. You know, she got her own shit really going on. You can really tell Carisha ain't into rap shit like that. But JT, baby, JT gonna give you some bars, and JT is gonna, her delivery is just impeccable to me. The way she comes across on the verse, and make you want to rap along to that shit. So y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So another topic I want to get into is Rico Nasty. And I really don't like telling people to pray for people, because I don't know who people be praying to. But I will say I want y'all to lift up the spirits of Rico Nasty. Like, go into her comments or mention her on Twitter or something, but lift up her spirits, child, because I hate to see the type of shit that she done tweeted about this past week or so. And I feel like, you know, Rico Nasty is one of them girls who's been in the industry and doing her thing for a minute and still hasn't really got the recognition that she truly deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point in time, Rico Nasty was bigger than Doja Cat, and now Doja is bigger than Rico Nasty. And it's kind of like, I'm not trying to say she gotta, you know, she's obligated to do anything, but it's like, you know, I feel like Doja Cat should give Rico Nasty another feature in a way, because Rico Nasty gave Doja a feature when she really wasn't that hot. And really not just Doja, but a lot of these rap girls, because, you know, Rico Nasty, she's not a traditional female rapper. She's more so alternative punk type stuff. But I feel like Rico Nasty is just so talented in her own right, and it really hurt me to see the type of stuff that she was tweeting about unaliving herself or not wanting to be on this side anymore. Because she tweeted, you know, the other day, if you were a real fan, you'd kill me the next time you saw me, so I don't have to do it, along with some other disturbing tweets. And it just kind of hurt me, because it's like, girl, I just wish you would not feel like that. And I know she mentioned something about you know, in a few years she'd probably be working at Target or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with Rico Nasty in her career right now. I know she has a beautiful son, and I know she's talented, and I just wish that, you know, whatever it is that she's going through, that, you know, she can be delivered from it, you know, because I hate to see her tweeting that type of stuff. So, I mean, she's young, she's talented, and I just feel like, yeah, you may get overlooked, but I just feel like you need to keep going, because I think Rico Nasty, a lot of the girls, like Doja Cat, I think she kind of took Rico Nasty's aesthetic in a way and kind of ran with it. Like I said, I think she combined Doechii and Rico Nasty's vibe and kind of ran with it, because Doja Cat was not like this the past 3-4 years that she was coming into the game. Like, you know, she was really poppy, really bubbly, girly. Rico Nasty has always been that way. Okay, Doechii has always been that way. So I just kind of feel like she kind of took their vibe and kind of their aesthetic and kind of ran with it in a way. But that's neither here or there. Y'all lift Rico Nasty up in spirit. So y'all let me know what you think about that down below. All right, the next topic I want to get into is Flo Milli. So Flo Milli previewed a new song that she got coming out. If you want to take a listen, child, like I said, I'm not going to play shit over here on YouTube. You can go check it out on my Instagrams. I'll be posting all snippets on there and retweeting them on Twitter. But most definitely, they are reposted on my Instagram, so go check that out. But let me know what you think about it. But baby, like I said, I like Flo Milli, but it's going to be a hard no for me. And Flo Milli, to me, it's been it's been like, what, 2, 3, 4 years of this same kind of sound from her. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of getting irritated with it. It's a little bit played out to me. Flo Milli is 23, 24. I just kind of feel like At some point, you need to do a little bit of evolving. I feel like everything from Flo Milli lately has been sounding very much the same. I don't know if it's just her delivery and her tone, but it's the high pitched, childlike energy for me. I just, I really can't get with it. Like shit like Conceited was cute and whatnot, like on the last album, but it's like, baby, it's no, I don't be want to hear all that bullshit a lot of times. Like, girl, and then the beat, the beat just with her voice and the delivery, I was not feeling it. I need Flo Milli to do a little bit something different for me, because this kind of childish like sound, this is what turns a lot of people off, unfortunately. And I constantly be defending Flo Milli, but it's like now, baby, it's getting a little bit redundant. You're gonna have to come on with it, switch something up about it. But let me know what you thought about it. I really wasn't feeling it. Yeah, I'm gonna need her to go back in there and rethink some shit. So y'all let me know what you think down below. All right, so my last topic I want to get into is Glory Hallelujah. So speaking of new songs, Glorilla also teased another trash song. Like I said, feel free to scroll on over to my Instagrams, listen to it, and come straight back over here and let me know what you think. But I can tell you right now, trash. I don't know what it is that Glorilla really got going on right now, but she need to get it together. Ever since she let Cardi ride the fuck out of Tomorrow 2, she really ain't been the same career-wise to me. Like, what else has Glorilla had after Tomorrow 2? Before that, it was FNF. Okay, and then for a minute, it was that he got 99 problems in the biggest one, and then it was Tomorrow 2. What the fuck came after Tomorrow 2? Exactly. And it's like, baby girl, and she been dropping music since then. She done dropped plenty of songs since then, but ain't nothing been sticking, ain't nothing been hitting, ain't nobody been talking about Glorilla like that. So my thing is, girl, why did you do the very thing people told you not to do, and that was let that girl suck the life out of your career? Because now I don't really hear too many people talking about Glorilla or really just anticipating new Glorilla music, because apparently she's supposed to be dropping an album. But I don't really see nobody going up for no Glorilla album. You should have did that 6, 7, 8 months ago, baby, when you was at your peak. You dropped an EP, that was all right, but baby girl, you had to keep the momentum going. They have not learned from Sexy Red. They ain't learned from Ice Spice. So it's like, baby, you got to keep that momentum going. And I don't think Glorilla really did that. And, she kind of was taken advantage of in a way. But the new song, Not Feeling It, I'm going to need her to go back to the drawing board, figure something else out, and come with something different. Because that, no. I'm going to need that FNF type vibes back. I'm going to need that, get back in your Tomorrow 2 bag or something like that, baby. Like, get back into your Blessed bag. But this, no. Throw it in the goddamn trash, bitch. Now, speaking of collaborations or songs, she have a collaboration coming up. It's going to be Gloss Up Song, but Glorilla going to be on it along with K Carbon, Aliza, and Slamaroni, and Tay Keith is on the beat. Now, even though I'm a fan of Tay Keith's beats, I really don't know how this song is supposed to sound. Is this supposed to be another, whatever song that Aliza, Slamaroni, and Gloss Up did? Bitch, I'm Big Carbon, yeah, don't call me Cam. Whatever that song was, I feel like this is low-key another one of them type of joints. And, if that's the case, yeah, that's okay. But, no. Okay, I'm going to need all of them to come out with some shit on their own, because I'm always seeing Gloss Up, Aliza, and Slamaroni and K Carbon together. If anything, K Carbon, Aliza, and Slamaroni stay together. Are y'all a group, or like, what are y'all doing? I don't know. But K Carbon, I do find K Carbon to be a good rapper, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know really too much about Aliza and Slamaroni, other than that song they was on. But K Carbon, I seen her on that little type of I can't forget what it's called, cypher thingy or whatever, Ladies Night. I seen her on Ladies Night, and she slid to me. So I think K Carbon can rap, and I think she has an interesting voice, almost kind of like Sexy Red. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really not all too just checking for this or just anticipating this song. I'm gonna check it out when it dropped, but I'm just not like, oh my god, I'm not living it up for it like that. But y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So y'all let me know what y'all thinking and how you feeling down in the comments. But remember, baby, to keep it cute. Keep it cute. Do you hear me? Don't get blocked. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to follow my crazy ass on my socials at Southern T. That is Southern T with 2 A's. Y'all, I will catch you in the next video.